Hey everyone, and welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're unpacking a topic that is absolutely everywhere online, yet rarely understood in full. We're cutting straight through all the noise to look at the unvarnished truth of affiliate marketing. Get ready, because what we're about to break down today could completely change how you view digital entrepreneurship.
Just imagine this for a second. Earning a legitimate income simply by pointing people toward products you don't even own. No massive warehouses full of physical inventory, no frantically packing cardboard boxes in your living room at midnight, and absolutely zero time spent handling angry customer support emails or processing returns. I mean, it sounds like a total fantasy, right? Well, for a massive ecosystem of digital creators, this scenario isn't a fantasy at all. It's literally their everyday reality.
Now, it's completely natural to feel a healthy dose of skepticism here. We constantly hear these incredible, almost unbelievable stories about passive income and achieving total financial freedom. But you have to ask yourself, is this ecosystem actually accessible today? Or is the market just totally locked down by insiders? Can beginners truly carve out a profitable space for themselves?
Which brings us to the absolute elephant in the room. If the barrier to entry is relatively low, why do some affiliate marketers achieve wild success while the vast majority simply throw their hands up in frustration and quit? Okay, let's dive into this. We really need to move past the dream of easy money and get right down to the foundational realities of how this industry actually functions. Because to understand why people fail, we first have to thoroughly understand the machinery of how they succeed.
Section 1. The mechanics of the trade. Breaking down the ecosystem. So player number one in this whole thing is the merchant. This is the business, the brand, or even the independent creator that actually owns the product or service being sold. Think of massive platforms like Amazon with their associates program, or maybe a specialized software company offering project management tools. The merchant is the one doing all the heavy lifting of a traditional business. They handle the product creation, they store the physical inventory, manage shipping, and deal with all the customer service. They have a truly great product, but, they need more people to buy it.
And since merchants need buyers, that brings in player number 2, the affiliate. This is the promoter. You basically act as the bridge between the merchant's great product and the customer who really needs it, earning a percentage of the sale, a commission, every single time someone buys based on your recommendation. This is exactly where you'd step into the system, using something called a unique affiliate link.
Now, you might be wondering, how does the merchant actually know you were the one who sent that customer? Enter the tracking cookie. And this brilliantly illustrates how digital attribution works behind the scenes. When a customer clicks your specific affiliate link, a tiny piece of invisible data is placed on their browser. It acts just like a digital fingerprint. It tracks that customer's click to ensure that when they finally make a purchase, the sale is perfectly attributed to you and you receive your rightful commission. There is absolutely no guesswork involved.
This all builds into a totally seamless, automated pipeline. Let's actually trace the journey. A customer goes online searching for a solution to a problem. They find your content, absorb the value you've created, and click your unique link. They're instantly taken to the merchant's website where they make a purchase. Thanks to that tracking cookie we just talked about, the commission is yours. It's a completely closed loop from that very first search all the way to your final payout.
Section 2. Why companies pay affiliates, the business perspective. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how it shows the ultimate win-win scenario in modern business. Because affiliate marketing is entirely performance-based, it drastically lowers the advertising risk for the merchant. Unlike paying, say, $50,000 for a massive billboard or a huge ad campaign that might not generate a single sale, merchants only pay an affiliate after a successful sale has actually been completed. It gives businesses a massive global reach, incredibly scalable sales, and widespread brand awareness, all with almost zero upfront marketing risk.
Section 3. Top affiliate marketing channels, where it happens.
You see, you don't need a physical storefront to make this work, but you definitely need digital real estate. And there is a wide diversity of platforms to choose from to intercept a customer search. YouTube, for example, is just incredibly powerful for visual product demonstrations and hands-on tutorials. Blogs and websites totally dominate deep dive, searchable written reviews. Email newsletters offer a highly direct, personal connection right to someone's inbox. Social media allows for fast, viral reach, while podcasts create deep, long-form intimacy and brand loyalty.
Section 4. Busting common affiliate myths, the reality check.
All right, it is time to drop the hammer on the overnight riches narrative that constantly plagues this industry. The myth of effortless, instant wealth is a complete fabrication. Here is the absolute truth of the business. Successful affiliate marketing requires consistent, hard work and the creation of truly valuable content. Passive income is a real concept for sure, but it only comes as a result of incredibly active, front-loaded effort. You literally have to build the engine before it can run on its own.
And that brings us to the myth that no skills are required. So the crucial point is this. Long-term success isn't about effortlessly spamming your links everywhere and just hoping someone eventually clicks. That doesn't work. It requires actively cultivating deep, genuine trust with an audience. People only buy recommendations from people they trust, and authenticity takes time, skill, and genuine effort to build.
Which leaves us with one final critical question. If trust is the true currency of affiliate marketing, what are the deadly mistakes wiping out beginners before they earn their first dollar? Now that you know the mechanics, avoiding these traps is your absolute next step. We'll be covering the exact strategies top affiliates use, how to choose highly profitable niches, and the best SEO content strategies in part 2 of this explainer. Until then, keep learning, stay focused, and I'll catch you in the next one.
So, is affiliate marketing an actual shortcut to wealth? Look, we've all seen the flashy cars and the wild overnight success stories all over our feeds, right? It is incredibly tempting to believe there's just some magic button for financial freedom hidden somewhere out there on the internet. But actually, looking at the data and our source material today, we get a very, very different picture. The short answer? No. Literally, no way. The reality here is that this is a genuine business model, and like any real business, it demands actual strategy and consistent effort. That overnight wealth fantasy? It's exactly that, a complete fantasy. But the sustainable reality is actually much more interesting, and honestly, way more rewarding if you're willing to put in the work.
Welcome to this explainer on affiliate marketing, the reality check playbook. Today, we're going to strip away all that internet noise and those fake guru promises. We're looking at a blueprint derived entirely from the sources to examine the actual mechanics of how this industry works, based purely on market realities rather than the hype.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our roadmap for today. We'll start with the affiliate marketing reality, then move on to building your foundation, driving traffic and growth, avoiding rookie mistakes, the future of the industry, and finally, winning the long game. Section 1, the affiliate marketing reality, recapping the basics. So we all know the core mechanic here, right? You're essentially acting as the bridge between a product and a buyer. But the real insight isn't in the link itself. It's in the friction you remove for the customer. The smoother you make that connection, the higher the conversion. It's really all about seamless integration and adding context to a purchase decision that the buyer was already trying to make.
Moving right along to Section 2, building your foundation, choosing niches and content. Listen, long-term success doesn't start with blindly spamming links across the internet. It absolutely starts with picking a highly specific lane and dominating it. And this brilliantly illustrates what we often call the evergreen economy. We're talking finance, technology, health, education, business, and lifestyle. These are areas where consumer demand absolutely never sleeps, regardless of what the broader economy is doing. But here is a major reality check for you. A massive percentage of creators burn out in year 1 simply because they pick a profitable niche that they secretly hate. True sustainability requires genuine curiosity in your chosen topic. If you're going to be making content about this every single day, it has to be something that actually holds your interest, you know?
Now, consider the evolution of your content through a sort of value ladder. Literally anyone can throw together an honest product review or a quick side-by-side comparison video. But to build a real moat around your business, you need to climb higher into detailed tutorials, comprehensive buying guides, and really deep problem-solving content. You have to transition from just acting like a salesperson into becoming a trusted advisor. That is exactly how you turn a one-time viewer into a loyal, long-term audience member.
All right, Section 3, driving traffic and growth, building your engine. Because let's face the harsh truth here. You could create the most amazing tutorial in the world, but if nobody ever sees it, it's just a digital ghost town. We have to secure the right eyeballs.
Let's break down your core traffic tools. Search engine optimization, that is the absolute holy grail for free, passive traffic, but it requires monk-like patience to actually see results. YouTube, on the other hand, offers massive reach, but it demands real video production skills to stand out. Email, that gives you direct ownership of your audience, even though getting that first subscriber can be a major hurdle. Then there's social media, which offers incredible virality, but leaves you completely at the mercy of sudden algorithm changes. And ads? Fast for sure, but they will happily torch your budget if you aren't careful. The trick is to treat these as complementary tools in your toolkit, layering them as your platform grows.
Section 4, avoiding rookie mistakes, potholes to dodge. Let's look really closely at the fatal errors that constantly derail new creators before they ever really gain momentum.
It is incredibly tempting to chase a short-term dopamine hit by pushing low-quality products just to make a quick buck today. But doing so destroys the one thing you actually need, the compounding interest of audience trust. Always, always choose the long-term handshake over the quick cash grab. When you optimize for trust, the audience will actively seek out your recommendations year after year.
Now, what's really interesting about this is that beyond just ignoring audience trust, there's a much more technical trap, not disclosing your affiliate relationships. This isn't just bad form, guys. Hiding your affiliations can literally trigger platform bans or massive legal headaches overnight, instantly destroying everything you've built. And of course, the most common trap of the whole shebang, giving up just inches before the momentum actually kicks in. Consistency is usually the only thing separating the successful businesses from the ones that quietly disappear.
Moving to Section 5, the future of the industry. What's on the horizon? Where's the creator economy actually heading next?
Look at how rapidly this landscape is evolving. We went from slapping traditional links on static blog posts to the current absolute boom of short-form video. But the future, it is pointing heavily toward AI and hyper-personalized product recommendations. It's absolutely fascinating to watch this shift. But remember, while the tech continually evolves, the fundamental requirement for real effort and sharp strategy, that never changes. AI might speed up your workflow, but it won't replace the need to build a genuine connection with your audience.
Finally, Section 6, winning the long game, core business lessons. Let's synthesize all of this into the fundamental principles that actually drive lasting success.
If you take away one single thing today, it should be this. You aren't just an affiliate, you are building an online business. And that requires building trust long before asking for the sale, learning continuously as the internet constantly pivots, and diversifying your income so you're never entirely reliant on a single platform. Ultimately, if you obsess over solving real problems for real people, the income just becomes a natural byproduct of that immense value.
Patience, trust, value. Those are the only actual shortcuts in this industry. It consistently rewards genuine effort and ethical marketing above all else. So, as you look at your own strategy, I'll leave you with this question. Are you building a business that genuinely improves your audience's lives, or are you just trying to sell them something? Think about it, and we'll see you in the next explainer.